question and answer. If there's something y'all want to ask, y'all. Oh, okay, if you guys want to ask me anything, about anything, nothing's off limits. All time? Michael, Magic, Kobe, LeBron, Shaq. That's controversial. Oh, who would I pattern my game after? To be honest with you, when I was a kid, when I was like 12, 13 years old, I used to ask my friends and family, like, who do I play like? And they'd be like, a little bit of this person, a little bit of that person. And as a kid, it was deflating. I'm like, well, how am I gonna make it to the NBA if I don't play like nobody in the NBA? This don't make sense. So I try to steal parts of everybody's game, and I'm not sure there's any one person out there that is doing the same thing. To be honest, I think a lot of trainers right now are teaching everybody the same thing. Like I can turn on the TV and tell you what move is coming because every trainer is doing the same thing. My trainer was the guy that was on the playground. He was 35 years old. Like, no, you got to cut right there, young fella. You're not gonna get that many shots, right? And then he'd drink a 40 in between breaks, by the way. But that was like the people I learned from. So I think this generation is very blessed and very thankful to have people that can get them in the gym, to have parents who would take them all over the country. I only played 2 years at AAU. I played my 5th grade year and I played my senior year. In my 5th grade year, I played for CAY before it was Rotary. And they keep 10 traditionally. I was the 10th guy on the team. Not talent-wise, just physicality, I wasn't ready for it. And I told my mom, like, Mom, I'm the last guy. She's like, so I'm gonna get better. And there was no excuses. She didn't coddle me. She never once went to a coach and said, oh, you need to play my son or this or that. So I just got better, and I didn't play again until my senior year, and then things took off from there. So for me, to make a long story short, I guess, I would combine Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant. I think Joker and Giannis, you can kind of flip a coin. I think Embiid's more dominant offensively, just score-wise than those two. But I think Joker makes everybody better, and I think Giannis is kind of the combination of the two. Like he can dominate scoring, but he also makes people better. Marjon, how much better does Giannis make people?
I learn every day from him. You know?
Keep it right here.
I think 14 or 15 years old, he moved over from Yakima, and he came to my camp. And I remember then, I said, there's 2 pros at this camp. And it was him and Paulo. Those two were 2 youngsters that were in the camp, and I just saw it early. And the thing that separated things to me from him was how much he loved the game. Like you had to kick Marjon out the gym, right? Like he wanted to be in there at all times. He was always trying to get better and see his route and his journey. And he had grown to do like we all do, right? But I saw him when he went to, I think, Yakima Valley, and he came back, and his mindset was different. And I saw how he was becoming like a pro in front of our eyes. Like it was no more complaining, it was no more anything. He was just like, oh yes coach, no coach, this is what I'm doing. And going full circle, he had an opportunity to go to the G League. And I don't even know if you know this, but I talked to some G League officials on your behalf to kind of help get him there. But I wouldn't have done that if I didn't know he had grown up. And he did that. And now you're looking at a 1st round pick and a future star for the Milwaukee Bucks. So it's really cool. And what's even more impressive and him and his dad, their relationship and how they inspire on the court is what they're doing in their community. He just had a backpack giveaway. They gave away bikes. They gave away, he did everything he was supposed to in the community because there's another Marjon Beauchamp, there's another Jamal Crawford out there in this crowd that's going to take this to another level and continue to pour back into the youth, and that's what it's really about. Always, that's the coolest thing ever about being known and being famous.
I'll say Curry. Who was my favorite NBA player? LeBron. Yeah, LeBron James. That's my goal. You looking right at him. He said who has the best handles in That's right here.
JC all day.
You said who? You said Iverson?
For me, to be honest, the reason Kobe's the toughest, or was the toughest for me is because you knew he was so prepared. Like you knew he didn't care if he was 0 for 15, he would make the game winning shot. his footwork, he was like, he was trying to take your heart on the court. He didn't care anything about you. He was like relentless and fearless. Mamba mentality isn't just a saying, by the way.
No.
Like he truly
It's a
lives this. I'll
mentality.
tell you a quick story. My son JJ, when he was 5 years old, we were playing the Lakers, and I was about to walk one way, and Kobe was walking another way. And my son saw him. He said, "Dad, can I go say something to Kobe?" I said, "Yeah, come on." So we walked to, this is Kobe's last year, by the way. I had it all on video. And we walked over and said hello to Kobe, and he told Kobe, "Hey, can you come to my house to play me one-on-one?" And Kobe said, "You gonna try to cross me over like your dad?" And he said, Jay said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, you wouldn't beat me, but don't ever lose that mentality. Like, don't ever change that, because there's no off switch with that. Keep getting better, keep growing." And then I said, and me being the fan, I was a dad at that point, I said, "JJ, you want to take a picture of Kobe?" And JJ was like, and Kobe scooped him up, "So you're taking a picture with me." And he said, "Always keep that mentality." So his mentality never turned off. And that's what made him, to me, was the great separator. For me, the toughest defender I ever faced was Tony Allen. He's the one person that kind of made me think when I had the ball. And it's funny because just recently they asked him who his toughest people to guard was, and he said my name, and I would have never guessed that. He didn't care about scoring. Like, he looked at getting a stop like scoring. And for me, that was frustrating.
I'm not sure because I was low-key in the corners. You know, this is my first year, so we'll see this year. I'll come back.
But then he scores 83 and Milwaukee's like, "Hold up, we got to get you the ball over." I know what the Sonics meant. I was able to work out with him when I was 16, 17 years old, like Marjon was with us. And for me, it gave me fuel. And I think with the Sonics coming back, it can help raise a whole new generation of youngsters that wants to chase their dreams. I was playing, my first preseason game was against the Knicks. It was in the Garden. And I remember they had just went to the finals the year before. And at the time, they let, like, we do it differently now, but at the time, we were on one end of the hallway and they were like right there in the doorway and we could see each other. And I'll never forget, because the Jay-Z album just came out. The Trail Spree was like, "Okay, I'm reloaded." And I was like, "That's the Trail Spree right there." And so I went and guarded him the first play, and I thought a screen was coming. I looked, he went baseline and dunked on me. I'm like, wow, I'm in the NBA. I'm actually guarding Spree with us. That was my welcome to the NBA. Marjon, Paolo, DeJounte, Zach, all the guys from here, to be honest with you, because I've seen all of them since they were young. And I remember Kevin Porter, I remember like being their age and just chasing the same dream. I saw the look they had in their eyes. And to all their credit, they all were different. It's easy to say, "Oh, my friends are going out," or "This is happening right now." And so it's fun for me to watch them. If I'm not counting any of those guys, I would say Kevin Durant, Curry, Kyrie, Tatum. The games come at you so fast, right? Like, sometimes you'll be in San Francisco, then you're in Denver, then you're in Milwaukee, then in Chicago, then New York, all in a 7-day span. Sometimes you'll wake up and you only know you're at, or what day it is, because the rest is not there. You know what I mean? The different time zones. And then when you do get to your family, you're like, well, you're tired. It's like you're not even here. So you have to be present for that, right? So it's like so many different things. And then when we do perform, you guys are like, "Oh, Maul, you missed that layup. How'd you miss that? You're a pro." Not knowing a million other things we're dealing with. So I think coaches have done a better job as far as cut down practice time and just saying, "You know what, we'll get shoot around, we'll watch film, and we'll go from there." I don't know how it is right now.
Well, we are the oldest team in the NBA, so we in practice much.
And what is the average age? That's you guys. What is the average age? So think about that. 27 now is the oldest team in the league. Michael Jordan won the championship, he's 35. So that's, for me, has been the biggest difference to see grown men to become a younger league. And I think that's why vets matter. A lot of young guys, not Marjon, but there's a lot of young guys sometimes that get in trouble because they don't have those vets in the locker room. And I feel like that's missing a big part of this. Anybody else?
What do you think of Austin?
Me? I think he has a whole lot of games. Like, it's real games. Like, it's not like it's hype. Like, he's really, really good. And I feel like he's the best jet. He knows how to play. Even if he's not scoring, he's making the right play, he's giving somebody an easy shot. I love about him.
What's your rating against how you going to play?
I would say
For any little
Denver, because the altitude is so, like, it's crazy. So that's a real thing. Don't believe the hype. That's a real thing.
It is.
Who has the best unstoppable?
Ever? I guess the hook shower. Fingers crossed. I hope so. It'd be crazy, right? Huh? I think the arena being here has helped a lot as far as obviously things like this. Because this is like, I don't know if you guys know, but today they were streaming across the country, across the world on the NBA app. So the more we can generate good positive feedback, I think the best. Like I talked to the NBA. Marjon's 82 points was the highest watched game this summer. So that stuff like that helps us show we have these kind of players to the team. You can give it up for us, 83. We can do that.
What you guys said about the AAU circuit these days and all the costs, and could there be a better alternative? And what your thoughts were on that?
Well, I'm an AAU coach.
I know.
And I see it from different sides now. I think the AAU game is dangerous, to be honest. I think it teaches, if it's not done right, I think it teaches individualism. I think it teaches me doing this, having so many games, it doesn't matter about wins and losses. Flying players from all over the country just to say you got to win. Holding players back just to say I dominate this age. I think that's dangerous, and I think it's kind of reckless, to be honest with you. I feel like, and not to brag about my team, but if there's any parents in here, I try to make our AU team a team. So everywhere we go, we have bands. We all stay at the same hotel. We all rent out some type of, whether it's David Buster's, whatever, wherever we go, so they have a team feel. Because if you care about somebody off the court, you'll run through the wall on the court and know what makes them tick. And I feel like right now it's dangerous because parents are, coaching from the sideline. It's a lot that goes on and goes into it that needs to be cleaned up. And I think for us, for me, especially being a coach, I feel like the best example is just to try to do it right. Hopefully that inspires somebody to do it right. But it's a lot that goes into it. A lot of the costs, a lot of the paying for the mixtapes, a lot of the that goes into it. But now the world is so small, if your child is doing the right things, that person you're looking for will find you. You can go to Weaver State, you can go to Yakima Valley, you can go wherever you want, and if you're good enough and you keep working long enough, they'll find you. And like I tell all our kids, some things we're teaching now won't even benefit you right now. But we know it'll be sustainable in high school, it'll be sustainable in college or overseas. If you learn to play the game the right way, you can play longer. And that's what we're trying to teach our kids versus it being, everybody go ISO. Because you're not coaching them, that kid's gonna struggle because he doesn't know how to play. He hasn't been to adversity. Like we watch film, we do a bunch of different things that prepare them for college.
Thank you.
I think one-on-one, I think Kyrie wins. If you say all the time who's going to go down higher, I think Curry goes down higher. So they both win in that argument. That's what you got.
No.
First time meeting Bryant? I'll talk to him. I think it was when I played in the All-Star Rising Stars game when I was with G League and Magic. And we had like a clutch party because I'm signed with Clutch with the same agency. So, and I remember, man, he was just warming, just working me in. And he was very humble and cool dude. Favorite hobbies? I'd probably say watching documentaries and listening to music. Yeah. What is that? Deepest bag at all time? Probably Kobe, I would say. Yeah, Kobe. Pretty deep bag.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, besides y'all say, which country you think have the largest chance of getting the World Cup?
If not the USA, because we feel like the USA.
Not USA. That's it, guys. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, decided.
Who's on Spain's team this year?
What?
Who's on Spain's team? They're always pretty strong. I gotta see them next year. That would be my answer. For me, my favorite court to do that. Outside, I would say it's Crawford Court at Liberty Park, and inside, I would say it's here. I love moving in front of y'all. Like, I really do. Like, it brings joy to be able to move in front of it. Because I didn't play for the Sonics, right? I didn't go to UW. So, for me, this is probably the closest I get to moving in front of friends and family. So, this is my favorite thing. I think they have a great chance. They probably have the best chance to beat Denver in the West. He's saying no because he's thinking of Milwaukee, of course. But in the West, just in the West, I think they have the best chance to dethrone the Nuggets. They're fun to watch. They should be really fun. Everybody, please give it up for Scoop Henderson. They have waited and patient for our guy. He's here. Give it up for Scoop one more time. He just rolled 3.5 hours to come here and show y'all. The game's been over for about an hour and they still been here waiting to talk to you. Absolutely. So I'm gonna hand the mic over to Scoop. You guys, we'll call on you guys ask him whatever you want. That's off limits. He's a pro. All right.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Any questions? Rookie of the year? What's up? My vertical, like a 40-something. It is like 50. Compared to TV, like, you grab a rebound, tap out the glass, like, this is crazy. I don't know how you do it.
How was it like working with Steph and CrawsOver?
It's really dope. Learning the things that make you a great shooter, things that can, kind of take it off a little bit. So just following him and, him always being the pass and, just watching his work ethic, it's kind of, good for it. So.
Let me jump in 1 second. What was one thing you learned from Steph that you think will stay with you the rest of your career? What was one thing you saw that he did learn?
During workouts, it's very easy to kind of, go through the flow. You work out, boom, boom, and you go on the other basket before y'all start shooting again. You mess around with free throws. He said never to bull crap around the workout. You can do it whenever, but when you're working out, don't take no false shots. Always follow through. Extend on every shot you take during the workout. So that was one thing I always remember from what he was talking about. But little things we talked about just on the business side as well. He's just saying always just to watch it yourself. Don't let anybody else do it for you. Make sure you're always involved in whatever you're in.
How was it about team Trailblazers?
Being a Trailblazer?
Yeah.
I'm blessed to be a Trailblazer. It is pretty dope. I was just in Portland. I was in the city. I ain't tell you nothing about that, but our relationship is very, it was pretty cool. Yeah, it is what it is. At the end of the day, the NBA is a business. So.
Are you gonna play tomorrow?
He's going right back to Portland. Right back. Yeah, get back with his team. Gotta get back with his team.
Yeah, it's a workout center.
Yeah, gotta get his work in. Be ready for the Blazers.
Hardest player I had.
You ain't never had to guard me, so you ain't got to. Yeah.
Probably, I don't know. Steph is the greatest guard. Just in workouts and stuff, but Aaron Fox is pretty quick. Huh?
In the future.
In the future, for sure. God is not that.
Who's your biggest inspiration growing up?
Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant. Just watching how they approach the game with a killer mentality, not worrying about who on the floor. And Russell Westbrook too. Fearless. Yeah, appreciate it. Well, Messi or Ronaldo? Messi. Yeah. I know a lot of people say Ronaldo. I'm
I'm good. My shoulder good. Had a few workouts and practices. I'm solid now. Appreciate that. This guy, now.
Yeah.
This guy, so yeah, this guy. Caleb McLaughlin from Stranger Things. Who?
You think it was called Kurt right now? Yes.
Kurt? I don't like calling like, yeah, I'd be like, I don't know, there's something I gotta get over. But he probably would. But I don't know. Any more questions? Oh, yeah. You have a question yet? That's a great question. Who were they? Ooh. I mean, Dane. And a lot of OGs, you might say Clyde, but just from what I've watched, what I've on TV highlights, just my era, Dane. Who I'm most excited about playing? Everybody just trying to get in there, you know what I'm saying? Get in there, get some bump, get to it. Do I have a hoop outside? Yeah, for sure. I hooped outside for sure. Before we had the gym, me and my dad, my siblings, we always go outside. Had nigga was bigger than me, so that's kind of how I got the bounce or whatever. But I mean, it's great movement indoor, but outside it's always that feeling. It's always that rim. Sometimes the chain net, sometimes a little missing nets here and there, but outside is I rate it like an 8 out of 10. The dude we're in terrible beats.
Let me ask you a question. So there's a lot of young kids, young people in here chasing their dreams, and some are motivated by fame or money or changing their circumstances. Everybody's different. What motivates you in your journey? What was driving you?
My motivation and drive was, and has always been my family. Just whatever I got to do to help them out. They always coming up, especially younger, having older siblings that play basketball, seeing them achieve their dreams and seeing them, really work hard for what they have now. And I just want to kind of give back to them because they never held back on me. So I always just give back to my parents, especially just how much they put in. And my grandma just, always in my ear about, making sure the youth know what it is too. And that's something I learned at a young age, just to always strive for what I want and to never, hold back on my dreams. If I wanted to be something, I would go get it. So, and I'm here now, so there's no stopping out.
We ain't got it yet.
I don't think I got it yet. I don't think I got it.
Hey, but if he got to think about it, that means money's come from other places because he ain't got it.
Yeah, I guess that's something. So I think they will make the trip to Miami. I got no idea. I don't know. They working on it. I don't know something. Dan Kyrie? That's a great question. I think they both skilled in their own ways. The fact that Jane can kind of bend and step over half and shoot and be a threat from there, that's pretty hard to guard.
We got one right here. Go for it. Let me tell you something when you start this conference.
Great question. There was a point last year, my first year with Ignite, where it was a question. I had to question myself. I had to question my confidence. And the main thing I was telling myself was, I was 17 at the time, so I was always just trying to give myself gratitude and to give them above gratitude. That kind of leveled me at that level of that confidence that I need to play at. It was games where I wasn't playing as well as I wished. And I've always been hard on myself, so no matter how old I was, no matter who I was playing against. But I always just gave gratitude to the man above. He built me and just reading a couple books here and there about spiritual things. And I'm not an openly spiritual person, but things like that have helped me.
John Beauchamp, Marjon's dad, has a question for you. How was it playing Marjon?
I don't know. I mean, he's 6. Nah, yeah, especially like in the runs and stuff, like in practice. It's pretty annoying playing Marjon because he's so tall and quick, and, you know, and I'm a shorter guard, but we push each other at practice, and you know, he helped me develop some things I'm doing now. So appreciate you always, you know, make sure I'm good at practice.
So hold on, Marjon, now I need to know what it's like playing against Scoop. It's playing against Scoop. Talk about it, speak on it.
Yeah, man. It's a grown child right there. He was a grown child when he came in, 17 years old, already a pro. You know, we're in the gym early, first ones. And yeah, you get to see how passionate he was about the game. That's what I loved about him, you know. He's humble, standout guy, and yeah, he wasn't selfish, you know, so it was easy to cope with him. And yeah, man, I'm just excited for his rookie year, you know, he's going to go get that rookie of the year. And yeah, I think they're going to have a big change. You know, it's going to take time, but he's definitely going to change the franchise, yeah, for sure. He's a pro. It's my brother, man. Day one.
Day one. Yeah, I'll clap for that. Anybody else? Go ahead, Eric.
Stadium you're looking, or court you're looking forward to playing on this upcoming season?
Madison Square Garden.
Like the guard.
Okay.
Like the guard.
How was it playing there, you know, for you?
Man.
Every
so,
time.
Every single time, the difference between the garden and everywhere else is it's like the crowd is dark and the stage is lit up. And you never know who's going to be there. I'll tell you guys a cool story. I just got a letter probably a month ago, and someone said, hey, this person came to a game to watch you play, and you had a really good game. He started picking up basketball after he saw you play. It was Heath Ledger. So he was at the game, I had 52 points. I didn't even know he was there. But Samuel L. Jackson, Jay-Z, like they're there watching you perform. And so there's no play, you can't even duplicate what it's like to play. You're gonna be walking, you think you jump now, you're probably gonna kiss the rim when you dunk there. It's gonna be a totally different experience, for sure.
They started recruiting me pretty early. I was like 10th grade.
Besides those two colleges, anybody else?
Nah.
No, you Ignite, right?
Yeah. After Ignite.
You got a favorite player?
Hi, Jerry. Yeah.
You got a favorite player, Bucket, to play with Ignite?
Favorite player?
Like,
To play with?
favorite player, like Bucket,
What you got with Ignite?
Oh.
like what player did you
He ain't been asked about that. I can tell the way he's looking right now.
I think it was when I was like coming baseline right here. I took like a power dribble and I reversed up on somebody. And I was like, oh, I didn't know I had that in my bag. So I just did it because I was gonna pass it at first. Like Jada, he's like on the other wing. I usually do that, but he was already under the rim by the time I decided to do it.
I got a question. So we know the great things you do. You can fly in the air like Westbrook, gets down the court. Like, you know, Kyrie, he's really quick, he's really fast, he's really strong. What's one thing you're really honed in on this summer to make your rookie year a lot smoother? What'd you work on this summer?
Having a solution to whatever the defense goes at. So whether they go on the screen, which they probably are, and I'm bad enough to
start,
watch that, to start, you know, making sure I'm hitting 1,000, 2,000, whatever the number is.
Did you guys hear the number he said? 1,000, 2,000 shots a day.
Just that shot.
Success leaves clues. Just doesn't happen.
Yeah, just things like that, have a solution for everything, floaters, and always just trying to be local. You know, just still working on that. I worked on it last year, but this year I think I'm gonna have to speak a little louder for the crowd.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
Couple more.
Played with, you both started with Marquise Cook and LeBron James and shooting stars.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it a real deal?
Ooh. Oh yeah. We worked out the time. It was me, Caleb, Khalil, like the stars or whatever in that movie. And he's good. I think he's gonna be good for Oregon. You know, he's a very lengthy, shoot the ball, he can attack. I think it's gonna be a smooth transition for him for sure.
Would you want to do any more movies? Did you get bit by the bug where you're like, you know what, I can do this in my off time, I can do another route? Or am I just locked in? They just happen to fall in my lap.
Yeah,
That's how it went? Okay.
I was locked in and it fell in my lap. I was grateful for it falling in my lap.
You did a great job, by the way.
Thank you. But yeah, it just happened. I mean, if the time comes and another movie, and want me to come do it, the time's good, I'll do it. But I ain't forced it.
Right. You ain't Denzel yet.
I am.
All right. I just Prince Yeah. All right, two more. I'll let him pick the two.
High school? Ooh. I mean, I ain't had nothing else to do but the gym, so right after school or before school, I was in the gym. Especially that was the time where my family was still developing the gym, so I would be in there all day, just chilling. Or like I was a couch there I used to sleep on most of the time, just to get a nap in. But I'm not really a big nap person, so I'll be in there, work out before school, and right after practice after school too. So then be there for the night, come back to school. So probably 2, 3. A day? I don't know. Enough though. A lot. Gotta make a lot more.
What's steak at the best?
Steak at the best?
You gonna say Georgia?
Really? I mean, that's where I'm from. I mean, we gotta see out here though. I'm seeing.
No question.
Talk about something.
So one last one, one very last one. I'm letting him pick one very last one.
Favorite hoop shoe? Macho. Be careful, shoe ones too. Huh? Yes, I do. 13? Oh, dang.
Remix that quick, man.
Nah,
I got 10. That starts 14.
I ain't got 14. 10? I ain't got 10.
Everybody give Scoop a hand for coming 3.5 hours. So what we're gonna do, since you guys are a special group, and literally I've been doing this since 2005. We've literally never done this. This is a one-on-one, right? This is a one-on-one. So if we can get all you guys in one section, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Scoop take a picture, one picture right here, and we're gonna post it on the CrawsOver. So everybody gets their shine, okay? For you guys waiting, your patience, and your love and respect. All right, so if you guys, you can sit down, everybody sit down, but just get one section, and then Scoot will get here, we'll take a picture, we'll post it. All right? No, you got it, go ahead. All right, here they come, 3 more. Come on, stragglers. My team right here. Come on, get in the picture. Scoot, get in the picture. Don't be cool now, they've been asking about you all day. Come on. What about him? Yeah. There you go. Is everybody, can the camera see you? This is the one, it's the one on the CrawsOver. And you got the video, Home Team Hoops, so we're good.
1.
On the count of 3, we're gonna say Scoot. Count of 3, 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Be good. Thank you guys. Big brother.